What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and in today's episode we're back in the Evo and we're driving around Japan trying to find some awesome used cars to share with everybody to kind of give you guys an idea of how much JDM legends go for around here in Japan. I know a lot of you are curious, and so am I, so stay tuned and let's go see what we can find. So I'm over here in the Evo and I had to park to walk to our first stop, but check out the car I parked next to right here. It is a WRX wagon on some STI wheels. And I don't see a whole lot of these driving around, so it's pretty cool. It's got the sunroof, very clean car. But then check out what's parked next to it. Boom, S14 with wide body fender flares. It's got this nice TIG welded exhaust. Looks like it's gutted in the back. This thing definitely is set up for drifting. The interior in the back's been taken out. It's caged. It's got the big old e-brake. Check out this front end on this. Check out these mirrors. And look at this front end. Wow, that is crazy. I did not expect to see that. It has a freaking SRT badge on the front. I've never seen an S14 with a front end looking like this. If you've seen one, let me know in the comments below, because it's definitely a first for me. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it looks pretty cool. And I'm sure when it's getting sideways on the track, it looks pretty mean. You know, S14 in the rear, SRT looks kind of like a Challenger up front. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this car. All right, so the first stop is gonna be Auto MK style, and it looks more like a personal residence than anything. I'm gonna zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see way up there. Sorry, I don't have that great of a zoom on this camera, but it definitely looks like a FC Mazda RX-7. But if you're driving down this road, it is kind of hard to see. It's kind of hidden. I found some of these cars on Goonet Exchange. I'll post that link below. And the first thing I noticed right here is a beautiful red Mazda RX-7 FD3S. I will note though, it does have a Y on the plate. For those that don't know, a Y meaning that it is owned by an American, somebody with SOFA status. Status of Forces agreement, which means they are military. So I don't know what the deal is with that car. I don't know if it's a trade-in, but it does have a Yankee plate. Maybe somebody just bought it recently and it's getting prepped for the new owner. And then next we'll check out this R34 GTT, and they are asking 1,450,000 yen, which comes out to roughly 13,000 and some change US dollars. Right off the bat, I do notice a front mount intercooler, and then these headlights. They're pretty clear, and they do say Xenon on them. I don't know if those are aftermarket, but they do look pretty nice. And then these wheels look like they are R33 GTR wheels, and I know they're pretty light, and they are forged. When I had my R33 GTR, I know some of the S-Chassis guys were hitting me up asking me if I were going to sell them. So I know they're pretty sought after, but overall clean car. And then if we move over to the right, we see another RX-7 FD3S. And this one does have some aftermarket wheels on it and aftermarket body kits, some side skirts. Sorry guys, I do want to point out that the dealership is closed in case you're wondering why I'm trying to sit here and zoom in on everything. But next on the list, there is a 350Z or Fairlady Z here in Japan, Z33, and they're asking 790,000 yen, which comes out to about 7,000 US dollars. And from what I can see, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. It does have a front lip on it and stock wheels. And over here we have a Mazda RX-7 FC, and just like that S14 over there, it is caged in the back, and the rear looks like it's gutted, so I'm assuming this one was set up for drifting as well. The body looks pretty clean from what I can see. And then I know a lot of you guys are always asking me about Hondas. Here is a Honda Civic hatch. It does not have a plate on it, so that kind of tells me that it could be for sale right now, but I don't see a price on it. Body looks clean, paint looks clean. So for the cars I can't see the prices on, like this Civic, this RX-7, and that RX-7, and then way in the back there's one more. I'll go on Goonet and I'll try to get the prices up just to give you guys an idea, so we're not left out here in the dark. And then last but not least, I wanted to check out, it's kind of the main car I wanted to see here, and unfortunately it's way in the back, but it is a Mitsubishi Evo 6. And from what I can see, it looks like it's been sitting for a while. I apologize for all the background noise. I'm literally right off the main road, but the Evo is covered in a bunch of dust and I can't make out the price on it. I'll try to get the price up. But it is an Evo 6 and it is probably by far my most favorite Evo ever made. And I wish one day I could own one down the road when they do become eligible. But I think that's gonna do it for MK style. I will point out the Volkswagen truck over here. Don't know the model on it. Some of you guys might know, comment below, I'm curious. And then this Mercedes over here that's covered in plastic. I'm not too good with the Euro spec cars. I want to give it a stab and say it's an SL model. It does look like a two-door, probably early 2000s. That's my best guess. But it looks pretty clean. Don't know a whole lot about it. But that's going to do it for MK, and we're going to go ahead and try to find the next location, so stay tuned. Right, so I'm actually driving around the back side of MK right now. We're kind of up top, we were down there. And as you can see, there's another FC. And another one. So there's two red FCs up here, one downstairs. So maybe that's why the logo has the FCs in there, maybe. So they used to specialize in, or what they do specialize in. If I see any cool cars along the way, I'll stop and film for you guys. But I know a lot of you are always wanting to see Altezas. Here's a real clean one. All right, guys, we're at our next stop. Small little dealership called Torino. There's the number for anybody in Okinawa. And we're right off 329. And just two cars that caught my eye. Two Silvias. Now this one really is interesting me because I don't know if you guys remember watching my last cars for sale video. I found a blue Varietta. And this is not the same one. And I know a lot of you guys said they were super rare. And driving by this, I was like, what are the odds of seeing two blue Variettas? And I was like, maybe it's the same car. So after getting a little bit closer, I don't know if you guys noticed anything from those that watched the last cars for sale video, but there's a big old fat front mount intercooler on here. And the last one did not have that. So this is turbocharged, but nonetheless, awesome car. You guys kind of gave me like a lot of insight on this, which is why I love doing these videos. The Varietta, for those that don't know, is a convertible, hardtop convertible. So the back goes down and over here. And this one has a little aftermarket spoiler on it. It does say Nismo on it. I don't know if that's an actual factory option Nismo wing, but it does look like it has an aero kit, and it makes it look a whole lot better than that other Varietta I saw. And for this one, they're asking 890,000 yen, which comes out to about $8,000. So the dealership says Torino, the plate says 8 in Car Shop. If you're locally, I recommend looking up the one with the plate. You can check out both. If you're looking to get your hands on a sweet convertible that's turbocharged, it is an S chassis, it is an S15, so pretty cool car, pretty cool find here in my opinion. And then there's another one over here. They're asking 790,000 yen, another S15. And this one's pretty clean. It looks like it has some work emotions on it. Rubber's a little bald on the front. Same thing, Aiden. But I don't see any sort of front mount intercooler. And I don't see any badging on it. This one is manual and it does have some gauges in it. And it's got aftermarket wheel. It's got a big old cat back on it. We'll check this one out as well. Oh, and it's manual. Awesome. And it's got some gauges. It looks like it's got a little gauge controller over there. It's got a Nismo gauge cluster reading 280 clicks. It's got leather in it. Man, this is an awesome car. I'll probably change the wheels out, but overall, not a bad price. Seems like a lot of car. So there's nothing really else out here. I just want to show you guys these two right here. So we're gonna get back in the car. I've got another stop, so stay tuned. This car kind of caught my eye, and I don't know what it is, so I'm just asking you guys, what is it? I see some, it looks like R32 GTR wheels on it. Some pretty fat tires in the rear, but I've never seen one of these, so maybe you guys can fill me in. All right, this might be our last two spots. Can't make any promises. I'll see if I can find anything else, but the first one, sorry, it's all in kanji, but there's the phone number right off the bat. We see a very large vehicle for Okinawa, Japan. I do not see a lot of these driving around, but it is a Hummer H2, and it looks like they're asking 3,290,000 yen. It's about $30,000. I know they don't make these anymore, With the gas prices here on Okinawa, I don't recommend buying a vehicle like this, but if you absolutely have to have like the biggest vehicle probably on the entire island, this is the car for you. And then next we have a Toyota Crown Athlete. I think this is the first time I feature one of these. It does have a big old front mount poking out the front grille right here. And I don't know a whole lot about these, but they are asking 1,250,000 yen, which is about 12,000 US dollars. I do see some aftermarket wheels. It does have a sunroof. I think these are more of a luxury vehicle from my understanding. But it looks like it's manual. And it's got some deep dish wheels in the back. It's definitely lowered. It's more of a VIP looking car. Not really my style, but I think these are pretty cool. And I'm gonna have to do some research or reach out to you guys. What kind of engines do these run? I'd imagine it's a 1JZ. I feel like they put that engine in a whole bunch of cars around this era. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then over here, we've got a Toyota Soarer, and I think it's the first time I've featured one of these, and I really like these. And the paint on this actually looks aftermarket. It's got this copper bronze color to it, and it looks fairly new. Actually, a really clean car for the age. I want to say this is a late 80s, early 90s. Very, very nice. Check out that wooden Nardi steering wheel. That is cool. I think that accents the car perfectly. It's got a TRD shift knob. Very cool car for the time. We actually had a gentleman just step out and he's actually popping the hood for me. Wow. Very nice. Very clean. Look how clean this engine is. So this car is 1,790,000 yen, so about 17,000 US dollars. Oh, it's got the aftermarket? Yeah. Twin plate? Very nice. Very nice. So I got the name of the dealership from the gentleman. It is Car Shop Hazama. So if you want to Google it if you're locally here and you want to check out that store. Definitely has some work done to it. That engine bay, I did not expect it to be that clean. So whoever previously owned that car definitely put a lot of attention and detail into it. So the next stop is going to be Burning Spirit. And this one I definitely want to feature. They have some older cars out here and some SUVs. I know a few of you have been asking me about some bigger vehicles here on Japan, not necessarily just sports cars. So I'm kind of giving you a little flavor on this episode. But first off, we're going to feature this Mitsubishi Jeep. And I love these. When I first got here, I wasn't familiar with the Mitsubishi Jeeps. I thought they were Wranglers, and I was like, well, it doesn't really look like a CJ. Then I saw the Mitsubishi logo, and I definitely had to check it out. But these are cool. This would be a fun car to cruise around Okinawa in. I don't know about not having doors, though. This would definitely have to be something you drive on the weekends when the weather's nice out, just because it rains so much here. But look at that top. I mean, this thing looks so cool. Leather seats. Very classic looking. And I actually have a few of them out here. So for this first one, they're asking 790,000 yen, about 7,500 US dollars. Not a bad price at all. This one does not have a price on it, but it is completely missing the top and doors. And it definitely has a little bit of rust on it, but I think it kind of adds to the look of the car. And it's got some bigger tires on it. Definitely something fun to go cruise out to the beach on. And then here's another one. This is it looks like a 1992 J53. So this is a J52. Don't really know the differences in models. I'm assuming it's just years. But this one looks pretty mean. It's got the big wheel arches. It's got the fog lights in the front. And they're asking 650,000 yen for that one. It's about 6,000 US dollars. There's another one way in the back. That one's lifted. It's got the lights on and everything. I don't see a price tag. Not sure what the deal is. And then here is a Toyota Land Cruiser. Big fan of these. And they're asking 1,690,000 yen. It's about 16,000 US dollars. That is a 95, so it'll be eligible to go back to the States in 2020. This Jeep right here is already ready to go back. So if you're an American and you moved here to Okinawa or you're about to leave soon and you want to take something back, this possibly could be a car for you, and it's not a bad price at all. And I'm pretty sure you'd be one of the few people driving around your town in one of these. And then way over here in the back, not sure Not sure. I want to say it's an old Crown. Could be wrong. You guys are probably going to correct me in the comments below. But they're asking 1,090,000 yen. Can't really get any details on it. The dealership is closed right now. But from what I can see, it looks pretty clean and definitely looks like a cool old school car.